Imagine standing at your own funeral. People you've known your entire life are gathered. Friends, family, colleagues, maybe even people you once inspired or hurt. One by one, they step forward to speak about you. What do you want them to say? Not what sounds impressive, not what looks successful on paper, but the truth of your life, your character, your choices, your impact. Would they say you were kind or just busy? Would they say you lived with purpose or just survived the days? Would they say you truly mattered or that you were simply present? This is not a morbid thought. It is one of the most powerful mental exercises for clarity ever created. And this is exactly where Habit 2 begins. Welcome to Essence of Books Explained, the channel where we break down the world's most powerful self-development books into simple, practical lessons you can use in real life. In The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Stephen R. Covey presents a powerful principle. Begin with the end in mind. This habit is not about productivity hacks, time management, or motivation tricks. It is about vision. Before you act, before you plan, before you chase success, there must be clarity about where you are going. Because without a destination, even the fastest movement becomes meaningless. Imagine getting into a taxi and saying, "Drive." The driver will ask, "Where to?" If you don't know, you'll still move, but you won't arrive anywhere intentional. That is how many people live, busy but directionless, active but unclear, successful in motion but not in meaning. Habit 2 teaches something deeper. Your life is created twice, first in your mind, then in reality. So if you don't design your life mentally first, life will design it for you by default. 1. The power of mental creation. Covey explains that everything is created twice. 1. Mental creation, first creation, imagination, vision, planning. 2. Physical creation, second creation, action, execution, reality. Before a house is built, it exists in blueprints. Before a business exists, it lives in someone's mind. Before a journey begins, there is a destination. But here is the problem. Most people skip intentional mental creation. They wake up, react, scroll, respond, work, sleep, repeat. And slowly, life becomes something that happens to them, not something they design. Habit 2 forces you to ask, what am I actually trying to build with my life? Not just career goals, not just money goals, but identity, relationships, values, and legacy. 2. Living by a personal mission statement. One of Covey's most powerful ideas is creating a personal mission statement. This is not a corporate slogan. It is a personal constitution. It answers questions like, what kind of person do I want to become? What values will I never compromise? What kind of relationships matter most to me? What impact do I want to leave behind? Without this clarity, decisions become emotional and reactive. With it, decisions become intentional. For example, if your mission is to live with integrity and growth, then you don't stay in environments that destroy your self-respect. You don't chase success that violates your values. You don't waste time on things that pull you away from your purpose. Your mission becomes your internal compass, and when life gets chaotic, it tells you, this is the direction, stay aligned. 3. The danger of living without vision. People who do not begin with the end in mind often fall into what Covey calls reactive living. Reactive people are controlled by circumstances, other people's opinions, immediate emotions, short-term pressures. They say, I'll do it when I have time. Let's see how things go. I just want to survive right now. But survival is not a strategy for a meaningful life. Without vision, you accept opportunities you don't want. You stay in situations that drain you. You drift instead of choosing. You become efficient at the wrong things. It's like rowing a boat fast, but in the wrong direction. Effort does not equal progress when direction is missing. 4. Clarifying your roles in life. Habit 2 also teaches something subtle but powerful. You are not just one identity. You are a combination of roles. A student or professional, A family member, a friend, a creator, a learner, a contributor to society. When you define your life vision, you must consider all these roles, because imbalance happens when you focus only on one dimension. Career success, but emotional emptiness. Social validation, but inner confusion. Productivity, but lack of meaning. True effectiveness is not one-dimensional success. It is whole life alignment. 5. The end creates the present. This is where habit 2 becomes practical. When you clearly define your end, your vision, it starts shaping your daily decisions. For example, if your end vision is to live a life of peace, growth, and contribution, then your present choices shift. You stop toxic comparisons. You choose long-term growth over short-term comfort. You invest time in learning instead of distraction. You protect your mental health more seriously. The future version of you starts influencing the current version of you. That is why Covey says, "All things are created twice, but the second creation follows the first." Your future is not random. It is designed in your present thoughts. 6. Visualization as a tool for direction. Beginning with the end in mind also includes visualization. Not fantasy, but intentional mental rehearsal. Elite performers use this principle. Athletes visualize winning routines. Leaders visualize outcomes before decisions. Creators visualize impact before execution. Why? Because the mind aligns behavior with repeated images. If you consistently imagine confusion, your life feels confusing. If you consistently imagine clarity, your actions begin to organize. Visualization is not escaping reality. It is preparing for it. 7. Character over achievement. One of the deepest layers of habit 2 is this. The end is not just what you achieve, it is who you become. Many people set goals like money, status, recognition. But Covey pushes deeper. What kind of character are you building while chasing those goals? Because achievement without character leads to emptiness. But character with purpose leads to fulfillment, even in simplicity. So when you begin with the end in mind, you are not just planning success, you are designing identity. At the core of habit 2 is a simple but life-changing truth. You cannot live a meaningful life by accident. If you do not decide your direction, life will decide it for you. And life rarely chooses based on what is best for you. It chooses based on what is easiest in the moment. That is why vision matters. Because vision turns confusion into clarity, reaction into intention, drifting into direction, existence into purpose. So ask yourself again, what do you want your life to stand for? Not just what you want to achieve, but what you want to mean. Because one day, your story will be told. And Habit 2 invites you to make sure it is a story you are proud of. Here at Essence of Books Explained, we turn the greatest books in the world into practical wisdom you can use immediately. So subscribe now if you want to grow smarter, stronger, and more effective. Hit the bell button so you never miss the next chapter. Share this video with someone who needs to reclaim their power today. And comment below, what is one area of your life where you will choose to be proactive, starting now? Your next chapter begins today, and I'll see you in the next chapter.